commanding lead. So usually that's the part where I live, but you know what? I've decided to stay. If you don't mind me, guys, I'll just be with you.
Glad to have you.
I'll enjoy the view even. And that means we're now going to the 9th round to see who will be starting on that CT side. We dare to say slightly favored. Of course, that is it. Train and Anarchist once more finding his DPI button. It scares me time and time again.
Yep, he has done that before. He goes for those mad circles and all that around. And now we'll see if the 9th round goes to either of these teams. And ooh, the kills are going to and fro, but it looks to be Team Secret that actually... Oh, no, wait. No, that's not
just
true.
testing you.
It's just UI. The UI is taking me for a run. It's actually WINSTRIKE getting the 9th round in. And that is pretty well played by them now, and that's already a good start coming in. And we'll see if that will actually be what WINSTRIKE need. If with that they will actually show up and now perhaps get the start that they needed.
First, grab the pistol. If you have that, then you already have something going for you, and you're usually able to extend that lead. Unless if you, of course, take into account that Secret their force buys at the start of every half. Absolutely insane. Just no logical sense, because they seem to win every single one of them. That really hurts WINSTRIKE, and well, the moment they win a pistol, they're most likely already looking at it like, oh, here they come again. Deagles in hand, possibly an AK or a Galil. And they'll just...
Oh, we see it starts off well enough, though. The first frag comes over Team Secret, but it gets thrown back rather swiftly. Nickelback, a line. Look at these two lads go. In the end, Nickelback does get refragged by Radifaction, but it's already a one-man disadvantage for Team Secret now. And they, of course, have the pressure on them. Oh, but this peek here by Krisen is too dangerous. He gets punished for that. Radifaction cannot tolerate such insanity on his bomb site. Bondic, though, comes in clutch, and that is a clean double kill. Watch that screen shake. Unbelievable. He just anticipated, killed, and done and dusted.
Well, don't know if you've ever seen Bondic play on LAN, but he actually leans over his computer. That's pretty insane.
Really?
He's completely leaning forwards, and at the time he even had his monitor tilted to the left.
No.
So he would actually be halfway tilted to his left. Basically a scoliosis after 5 years of Counter-Strike, but it was very fun to see. Good pistol round, though. Good pistol round, though. It works. Best way to start for WINSTRIKE. Worst way possible if you're a Team Secret fan. You'd think they would love to have that momentum from the get-go, just to bounce back, but it wasn't meant to be.
I'm just a little bit scared because Team Secret is not going for a force buy. They're going for an eco.
Oh no.
One flashbang to rule the ball with a P250 and Simsi. They're dropping down in towards pop lock, but the flashbang, it didn't pop too well. That means like he already has the opening frag, and it's $600 in his pocket. Krisen also spotting down a player at the ramp. They just smoke it off rather than waste such a expensive incendiary, with SMF trying to play the smart game. He's saying it's over. I have the high ground. Yet the higher fire rate is in the MP9.
Yeah, that's. I think that's a pretty solid logic that you're throwing in there. And Nickelback, in the meantime, also with a relatively high fire rate weapon. That FAMAS gets the kill on Radifaction. Krisen falls back a little bit, 9 bullets, but he does make it work in the end. Then Bondic comes in. He also had to switch to his pistol, and WINSTRIKE gets a clean round there. Not much to remark on it. 2-0, and the rounds so far are going the WINSTRIKE side of things.
Just a clean anti-eco, nothing much to see. That one flashbang just didn't really do too much for the Secret side, and in going for that B-take, they were a little bit split, and they gave those long-range advantages as they did go out of upper. 2-0 ahead, but of course, now with the save coming in from Secret in the second round, they will be able to buy AKs with decent utility. Yet they're possibly lacking in AWP, which could have given them the edge over WINSTRIKE, which are, of course, playing yet another bonus round.
And WINSTRIKE, ooh, that's a solid nade to start things off with. Radifaction takes out Lackey, SMF also, but the trades do come in. And we see 3v3 equal fighting odds. Percy can deal a bit of damage on Nickelback, but right now... Oh, the spray down through the smoke is delicious as Synopsy also manages to frag out Krisen, and now, finally, it just looks like Team Secret needs some decent weaponry in their hands, and then they can make it work. Line M4A1S, but he does actually get the bomb down. Time advantage still on the Team Secret side, though. And a line, 3 HP in a Dream. And the Dream does get shattered as Percy there frags him out.
Excellent first round for Secret. We have to say, though, WINSTRIKE had elected not to upgrade some of their weapons, so they will be able to field a decent buy now. They had 2 FAMASes trying to make the best with it, playing close quarter, but the flashes from Secret were really good. We'd see players just pop out of smokes, but their opponents were on the phone, completely blind. 2-1. It's very important for Secret to put pressure on the economy for the CT side early on. You don't want to let them go with the full utility set and the AWP. So now, right here, the first half could already be decided very soon.
The big problem for WINSTRIKE, of course, is that they had to play close to counter off their, well, little bit of lack of weaponry. Those AKs on the longer range would, of course, be way better than the MP9s and FAMASs picked up by WINSTRIKE. Now, there will be some aggression coming down, but this is an angle to possibly be wallbanged. Yet, you do need more players to stand by and, of course, have your angles covered off. It's like he's already negating that position, falling back and giving it back over to Secret. At least the pressure has been set. They will have to use some utility and put some players in there. So, of course, contest if they do think they want to go for that position. But look at this more B-sided stack to come out from WINSTRIKE, whereas the utility will actually fly towards A. Will this either force an overrotate whereas Secret might go towards B, or is Secret actually committing for this A bomb side? The smokes are coming in. It will, of course, be yet another smoke wall, just like we saw in the previous round. Flashbangs off towards main as well, but Synapse actually tagged up quite heavily. MP9 will chase him down. Lackey with the first frag, but Bomdik will fall. And see Soul Member actually actively standing on towards the A side. Meaning now we have a 4-on-4 and there's no pressure to come out from WINSTRIKE just yet. As they will be here spotting out from Solstein. Nickelback with the first one on towards Anarchist, a 4v3. The bomb still not to be planted in time. It is slowly ticking away. It will be alive with yet another follow-up. The bomb now to be dropped. The both players from Team Secret rather low. They do get one frag in return. Make it a double.
There's a chance here. They're low HP, but there's a chance. Lion, though, he shatters that chance that Lackey now comes in. Unexpected, unanticipated. SMF gets fragged down, and WINSTRIKE grab their third round. And so far, that looks like WINSTRIKE might actually grab back the advantage. And it's it's so painful. Secret, they won those first two maps, and I look back at it, and I just think...
Don't give up. Don't give up quite yet. Listen, it's only 3-1.
I know,
scoreline.
but just...
It's a fresh new day outside. The sun is only rising. Your coffee's hot on the stove. Just have a good time.
I don't drink coffee. Already
what it
ruined.
is, you want to have an OJ.
And that's why he loses.
An OJ? What am I, like a toddler? I'm like considerably younger, but give me some credit, okay?
I have orange juice for breakfast, not a problem. I'm 30-year-olds. Ooh, speaking of orange juice, Anarchy is giving one to Nickelback with the deagle. Great start to the round. He's trying to go for mobile line will pull him down.
But like the first frags might go to Team Secret, but then you see WINSTRIKE immediately throwing that back. Elian and Bondik once again two absolute cannons of players on that site. And they don't grant a chance. Lackey finishes it off, takes out Ratifaction. Now we have to see WINSTRIKE get their fourth round in. Team Secret still struggling on the first.
It's quite unfortunate for the side of Secret. Not really starting off too well with, of course, their rounds to come, but WINSTRIKE playing it to perfection. They're taking advantage of Secret. For instance, not really taking any control of Popdog with utility. They're just trying to force their way into it, and that's not really the way to approach it. Especially if you're still against the MP9. That SMG could still come out in favor. Upgrade to the AK, and Popdog position is key if you do want to aggress on towards A. Full buy from either party. AWP on towards Anarchist, and still an AWP lacking on WINSTRIKE. It's going to be a Lion on towards the AK, going for the clean one taps. As of course the French scene is known for, but WINSTRIKE is the CIS team, so let's see if they can make it work. That nade will deal some significant damage on towards Synapse, and with the M4s, that's already a nice bonus.
Are you actually holding out for that double AWP setup to come in?
I'm not really sure if WINSTRIKE does pull off those double op setups, but it could work. It's still a little bit of a risk though, because if you do lose a side, it's very hard to retake.
Yeah, solid point. I can't argue that whatsoever. And we see a Lion. He is going for that main control, and he'll have it because the players are opting to go for Ivy instead. Utility does get thrown out now. We'll see in the meantime. A Lion, though, he will actually have two players coming up here now, and oh, this could be a clean lineup for him. He gets the first, and not the second. SMF refrags him rather quickly, and that makes it the 4v4 now. Oh, Nickelback. He just has to hold his left mouse on.
Oh, but okay, he goes down. Ratifaction with the kill as the smoke dissipates. Problem is that now WINSTRIKE has a player less, but the damage has been dealt. Ratifaction has been dinged on towards 6 HP. Looks away, possibly at the wrong time, but there will be the angle held by Anarchist in the AWP. He goes down and spot drop. There's another frag coming in for Bondik. Percy with refrag now going for the bomb, but well, he didn't expect yet another player to be in backline, leaving only SMF alive, and he does not have the bomb. He's trying to move back, but Kristen already in the flank makes it 5-1, and WINSTRIKE, they're doing the work. Secret just lacking. have a very good game plan. Yet it just doesn't play out because WINSTRIKE is aggressing all over the map.
To be fair, it was a matter of a few seconds. I think Anarcase basically just lost his focus for a millisecond. He was holding that angle for so long, and it was a game of patience. It was a game of mental fortitude. Who is going to crack first? We could see Bondik, he was thinking about it. He was second-guessing himself. Should I peek? Should I not? He waited for the perfect timing, drops the bomb, and then, you know, when it's 18 seconds left on the clock, panic ensues when you lose the bomb. You have to scream it on the team speakers. Bomb is down! Bomb is down! People turning around. Obviously, the focus isn't there anymore. WINSTRIKE with round number 5, and I see poor RJ looking at his prediction, just leaving, flying away, taking off the airport.
Oh, and right back home.
Normally you say the ship has sailed, but I think the train has
Departed.
departed. And
I've had that in real life, you know, like actually several times. I arrive at the train station and
You've
just...
missed trains?
What?
You've missed trains?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, absolutely.
How?
I just see.
Why?
Oh, how? Hey, sorry now, okay? Sometimes you get stuck in traffic actually getting to the train station.
I always go with my bike to the train station.
Well,
I just take
yeah,
some
but you're
extra minutes
Dutch.
because I don't want to miss the train. Because, well, if you're missing the train, you have to wait there for most likely half
Okay,
an
but-
hour.
Well, okay, no, it's not been that bad, luckily. But like, don't you sometimes have it that you arrive and you actually arrive so like at that point that you're so early that you could have just got on an earlier train, and then right as you know, just right as it drives away, you know, as you. Oh, fine. Okay, look at Mr. Punctual over here. Fine,
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Where I live, you just have
Well, no,
people
but-
being calm. There's nobody ever in a rush apart from some crazy people. And, well, it's just a nice place to live. You cycle to this train station, you get in the train, no problem whatsoever. You never miss it. Unless if you fall or get hit by a car, it's no problem whatsoever.
That got really dark really fast.
Yeah, well,
I
those kind of things happen as Kristen will be standing by with the AK will spray down, but he will incredibly flashed. Of course, now the bomb control gained by Team Secret, but Lackey is actually close to the great train. Drops off, gets fragged, gets to go for more. It's Bondik, of course, already coming out the flank, getting 2 of his own. The CMC with the Tech 9 just running past, as of course, the weapon has been decided for.
Yeah, absolutely. Synopsy,
Oh,
though?
what?
Okay. Triple? No, not the triple. Align does frag him out, and that makes it a 1v1 show now. Percy, the IGL, the last man standing, but the bomb is ticking further. And Align, oh, yep, okay, pros don't fake. Knife? No, spray down. Clean. Clean and calculated. Team Secret do get their second round. And maybe, just maybe, my flame of hope can be rekindled.
It kind of came through Synopsis' brilliance, finding
Yeah.
the second kill. And at that point, when we could argue that maybe spirits are a little bit low on the Team Secret's camp, I think it's going to go through individuals really just shining, rising up, being the resistance. And in that scenario, it was Synopsis. And we see Percy. You acted really cool. You played it really cool, but I think that bomb was probably half a second away from being defused.
And he also just grabbed the AK. Just, oh, I'm just going to pick this and just spray it down rather than, as I think many of us would have done, panic spray with the Eagle and miss it regardless. Now we see the volley come down onto his spot, but there will be pressure set down by either party. A fury of frags. Only 2 members standing on either side. That's quite a quick round to at least get things going. But, well, then we have a little bit of slowdown line, just stepping away, not even needing the scope on the AUG. That is Percy falling. Synopsy once more in the 1v2. But he's just shown up that at least he can perform on this map. Can he perform once more and get a double kill, get a 4K, and win the round for his team? Kristen first looking for a weapon upgrade because he's only on the Deagle and armor.
Indeed, and right now I'm not feeling it for Team Secret again either. You know, WINSTRIKE, the one-man advantage. We've got the actually no, utility is a bit better on Synopsy, but
You're so negative, man.
no, I'm realistic, and that does mean that Synopsy with the lower HP is going to have to go for a dangerous fight. He could outsmart them. Oh no, he's going via CT. He could outsmart them, at least get the plant down on the bomb train, but a Lion here. Oh, he might just show up in the flank right as Synopsy doesn't expect it. He's carefully taking those angles, and indeed, that's just clean. A nice tap in the head. I don't have anything to remark on that.
And that's why I'm so punctual. I always time people in Counter-Strike as well, as we do now see that 6-2 lead in favor of WINSTRIKE, once more forcing the economy of Team Secret to most likely go for a pistol armor. This is so interesting. The volley came in just maybe a little bit too deep, and then also maybe forced Secret a little bit out in the open. Still, that meant a 3-2-3 trade, and that could have still gone either way, but luckily Align was holding on to that canteen boost. Now we do see the pistol armor indeed coming out with a scout actually for Anarchist.
And Percy, in the meantime, gets a good nade frag, so that's a nice start. Nickelback does throw it back. MP9 coming in clutch and taking out Anarchas. Immediately one of the better players on the Team Secret side taken, or on the Team Secret side taken out. Bondic goes for that spray down, doesn't expect a peek from Electrical. That's Synopsy with the Tech 9 action, but only one frag for him.
Oh, Red Defection with a Glauk. Takes down a Lion, brings it back to a 3-on-2. And maybe we'll see some NACS to come in after all. Kristen will be the sole member with full HP on his team as they're expecting a push to go towards the B side. But yet, Team Secret is actually wrapping around A. From Old Bomb Train, Percy is moving up and Kristen once more coming from backline. As he might have an angle towards one player, yet I think they will be holding down some different angles on the Secret side. Smokes to be thrown in, weapons to be upgraded, as there will be indeed Kristen coming from Old Bomb Train. One player up on Heaven, he will spot him out. That means most likely this round lost for WINSTRIKE, and Pistol Armor, sometimes they work, and especially for Team Secret.
Oh, absolutely, and I think Team Secret has shown that they have that versatility at times. And it's nice to see, of course. This forces Prison to save it out, gives Team Secret a bit of a better fighting chance, and now gives them the third round. Maniac, are you seeing the comeback coming in here, or are you not too confident just yet?
It's very much on the cards. I was just thinking that the scoreline might be a little bit deceiving. This game has been extremely, extremely close, and we will see the consequence of that right here. WINSTRIKE have absolutely zero dinero for that round to come. There is no money in the bank. It's foreclosed. Team Secret, they've done a great job. Basically, even though the scoreline isn't that great, they've made it to the point where the defense is actually scrapping by for money. Yeah. And they have to make choices as to the utilities they buy. We can see how sad the situation is right here on your screen. It's a CZ for Bondic. It's a Scout for Lion, even though we know he can do it with it. But there's two pistols and it's just one AK. And it's only round number 10. So Team Secret, they really have WINSTRIKE in the ropes.
There might just be a chance for Team Secret. There might just be a chance for RJ after all. Otherwise, well, one more time he will be losing out. A good tag coming down from a Lion, yet he will be fragged out by Percy. A player will try to wrap around on towards backline as Prison might flash him in. There will be the peek from Lackey, trying to get a frag in, and he will. That's back to a 4-on-4. Now also the AUG being recovered. Smoke to be coming in from Secret, but there will be a peek. And I guess with the AWP will get a frag, and there will be some refrags happening. Yet Bondic also stepping up with the CZ. Actually gets an M4 in his hands, and now we have Nickelback to sole member on a pistol, yet still they have some map control on either side. Pop Dog and possibly Ivy for Team Secret, but look at this. It's going to be Red Faction trying to push it out whilst there's already someone in the brown halls for WINSTRIKE, and the other player is now currently in CT. They have no clue where anyone is. That goes for either party.
Oh, but look how close these two are getting as well. And though in the end, Synopsy, yeah, he's still holding the same position, but of course if he had gone upstairs, it could have been so close. Oh, Bondic. Oh, he's actually... Oh, boy.
He just walked past those showers, and now he might go in against Synopsy, who's actually thrown a flash, so Bondic will know. He actually has the time. He actually gets a frag as well. Now it's a 2v1. It's going to be Nickelback already recovering an AUG as he walked all the way through backline, but now also walks all the way to Heaven. It's going to be Red Faction and Bondic in 1v1. Molly to come out towards Pop Dog because Bondic, he actually was spotted there last. He's already moved in towards Connector, but he might noise, so Red Faction, he knows. We'll go for yet another fake flag as there will be utility in the hands of Bondic. He'll go down. And that's a very good play once again from the Norwegian of Team Secret, stepping up time and time again to slowly get those rounds in their favor.
It's a huge, huge clutch coming out of Red Faction right here because Bondic had very cleverly changed his position, so he got the kill into Pop Dog, changed it instantly, ran towards inside. But somehow I feel like he did not trust in his own timing. He did not trust in his own move, so he ended up stepping, rushing towards the bomb, where I feel like he had the drop on Red Faction completely. So unfortunately for Bondic, it wasn't meant to be. Red Faction just saved Secret and might have qualified him for the grand final down the line, because this right here, that's Secret taking control.
Yeah, they are definitely coming back, and you can see that. Oh, P90.
Oh my god, what am I looking at?
Let's go, boys.
No, stop
Synopsy! Yes! Yes, Team Secret, this is what we like to see. Make it a triple. Oh, yes. Percy, I was almost hoping for the P90 ace, but Percy does take that Nickelback.
You can cast it together. I don't want to see that.
Disgusting. As there will be a line with the USB sole member standing. Well, the good thing is that the P90 doesn't net you as much of a loss bonus, or a kill bonus rather.
300.
300 only, and that means that at least Synopsy isn't as rich as he can be. And the Lion now hearing some steps come by, and he's currently taking his shower, hoping not to be disturbed, as there will be a player dropping his soap, and it's going to be a Lion getting the frag on towards SMF. Also takes out Anarchist, and that's now the AWP. Seeing a player, no scope almost, all towards Synopsy, and now it's a 1v2. Of course he won't win the round, but he's already dealt some damage, and well, I'm curious to see if Team Secret will lose any more players. The P comes in, Percy, luckily with a refrag, but that's at least something done by a Lion. I dare to say he might have had more value out of it if he would have gone down to Pop Duck after he got the frag there. Because then at least he saved the AWP. Then at least they have an AWP with armor and utility in the following round. Yet now they don't have that. I think he can only just buy it without armor, a little bit of utility. But, well, we did see some juicy kills.
That was the definition of shut up.
Yeah.
Like if it ever could be in a game. Just
Get out of here with your P90 trying to BM us.
Let's see though if there's going to be any more BM for Team Secret. It's the opportunity for them to make this the equalizer. And Lackey, he does start it off well for WINSTRIKE though. Gets SMF fragged out by the faction onto the site, and Prison is relentless. Synopsy does come in with that refrag now. Is going to throw that molly towards Connector, but he might not be fast enough as WINSTRIKE's already pushed through, but Anarchist is at the ready. Synopsy now is to push this engagement, and indeed, now, oh, that's just dancing around those bullets. 3v3, Nickelback throws some M4 shots down, but Percy does come in. And so much damage on the Team Secret side, but at least the man advantage.
Bondek is coming in from the back at B upper, and he will not be held down. He will get the first frag on towards Percy, but Anarchist, he's holding the angle as he turned around. First looked at ramp, but of course, with the shots being fired by Bondek, having to go for that aggression, we have equal rounds now. 6-6, RJ.
Yes!
It's happening. It might just be true.
Oh, and I love to see it. It is Train. It's a little bit CT-sided, so, you know, if Team Secret can now on their T side get the 8-9 rounds, you know.
oh, you're that type. He wants 8-9 rounds on the T side. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course I do.
Oh my.
I always have
I remember
Quite demanding,
the
quite
day
demanding.
before Train got reworked, at least it got out of the map pool. I played it, and then I started on the CT side. You had a 14-1 or 15-0 lead, and then you knew you already had the map in because your opponents would just be demoralized, just like they might be if they lose against his eco.
Oh, they better not. Let's see though. It's oh no. Oh no.
Oh yes, it's Nickelback getting only one, however. But still, there was a player lead for a certain moment in time. It has been gained back. Red Faction on 1 HP. 1 HP and a dream. Yet maybe there is a dream for the side of WINSTRIKE. Deagles to come out from Lackey. Not hitting his shots. At least SMF now also slightly tagged.
So much damage though. Red Faction 1 HP. That's nothing. It takes one Deagle shot that like flies through about 5.
Oh!
What?
The panic scroll will jump as it will be SMF in the frag towards Lackey. He's just crap walking up there. And how did Lion not get the frag before?
What?
Oh!
A lion!
4K!
You madman! That was a disgusting shot! Oh my god, a lion! You can't do that! Whew.
Oh my, I'm sweating.
Get that replay in there because just... Oh.
First this one, Nickelback should have had a double, but Red Faction able to turn in time. The line, he never let go. Here's one, boom.
Oh, that's just nasty.
Well, of course, that seems cool, but Maniac did way better shots in his career, but now we're at least being joined by him on the desk as we do now see a force buy to come in from Secret. There will still be 2 AKs in AWP, but also 2 Deagles, with some, of course, utility to go with it. Lackey trying to hold off towards Ivy. Smart enough not to peek in against an AWP of Anarchist, because then I would dare to say he would be dead.
And indeed, right now, that is a 7th round for WINSTRIKE that's come in. Team Secret here. Go for this engagement. Prison, good peek there. A little bit aggressive, but the aggressiveness works out. Oh, a smoke damage.
He hits him straight in the guts, as it will be Lackey taking down Red Faction. That's a key player once again down for Secret. Yet Synopsy and Red Faction, usually these star riflers, are actually on towards pistols this round. They have been taken out. It hurts for Team Secret, yet they still have their asses to work with. Anarchist now also low with a slight wallbang to come in. And it seems as if map control is in favor of WINSTRIKE, possibly to extend their lead to 2 rounds once more.
We'll see this in a moment. I do believe that the second half is already going to start off with the WINSTRIKE advantage, the way this is looking. Team Secret, they might be able to get a bomb plant here if their frags are lucky. They will... Okay, that's a good way to enter a bomb site. But then Nickelback is at the ready. Gonna throw that flash in, push it overhead, get another frag, indeed clean. Anarchist taken out, and it's only Percy left. He doesn't stand much of a chance. Nickelback hold is solid, and WINSTRIKE grabbed this round. And honestly, looking at the situation now as well, the financial for Team Secret is, I don't know if it's just not good. It's terrible. It's awful.
It feels like both teams could pretty much shake hands on the scoreline right now and still be satisfied with what they've accomplished. Secret, they did pull back after a very dreadful start, whereas WINSTRIKE, they lost control, but then the pistol madness got them back in the lead. So 8-6 now. We see Secret just scrapping by what they can possibly. Just one AK, if I see right, a couple of Tech 9 as well. Ugh, I hate that gun completely.
Yeah.
And I hate the Tech 9. I was never ever able to play with the Tech 9.
In your time when
Yeah, that was
that
wasn't it?
was when the
disgusting.
Tech 9 was overpowered. It was just
disgusting.
like better than the AK
It
sometimes.
was the equivalent of the Iron Man suit. That's
Yeah.
what Tech 9 was about.
Meanwhile, we see a push come down from the Secret members on towards the B side. Prison this time away in time, and Lucky will get one frag, but will be traded out. Bomb, however, currently dropped, as it will be a push on towards Crimson, but still he'll be alive, but he's goes sometimes at the wrong time. SMF now with frag on towards Bomb Deck, but there will just be more frags going in, and Percy, big brain plays coming from Connector, yet he's already out of a team. It's now a 3v1 in favor of none other than WINSTRIKE, possibly getting that 9-6, and indeed they will. RJ, you told me to put it in a riddle if we had Maniac here.
Really? You
And
finally got a riddle? Oh boy, he's gonna love this. Have you been playing along at home whenever he like put a riddle in my face and he was like, oh yeah, here, I've got a riddle for you. Have you been trying to solve them?
No, absolutely not. I just listen to you guys, but I don't try to solve riddles because then I feel really bad about myself not being able to do that. You
Okay,
know?
well,
Like,
now you can feel bad live on stream.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Which of these players would you never lend money to?
Oh, that's it. I got it. Hey, for one second, but I'm gonna let him get it because I usually don't get them.
if it's Nickelback, I'm gonna be so sad.
I'm sorry.
I am so disappointed. The cliffhanger was so insane, and oh man. But then at the same time, I'm very proud of my big brain for figuring that one out. So
Well,
there's positive in everything.
Indeed. And of course, RJ said he had it, but of course you were the one to tell it to him.
It's so good. He can write it.
He can still have his being right as he might have Secret winning.
Although, to be back on Counter-Strike just 1 second, there is a name on that list right here, on that tab, that is worrisome to me if I'm a Secret fan, is Anarchist.
Oh, yes.
6-14 on Train. Granted, the T side of Train, when you don't have that much economy, they only had a stretch of 4 rounds where they were basically rich. So he might not have had the AWP as much as he wanted, but now will be the time for him to shine. He will need to step it up on the CT side. We've seen the Lion have some impact. He's actually at the top of the scoreboard with 20 kills.
Yeah.
I talked about the sniper duel. I talked about it. I said that was going to be a point. Right here, it's definitely going Alliance way. So, Anarchist, wherever you are, it's time to step up.
The scary part is that Lion doesn't even run the AWP all the time. He's been rifling and also pistoling out of his mind in this matchup. And that is the worrisome part. Anarchist just doesn't really get going that well. And he really needs to have the support from his team. And maybe if they win the pistol and win, of course, against the rounds to come, they will build some economy and they at least have something to work with. But I think it all depends for them on getting momentum. And we've seen so far that both WINSTRIKE and Secret, if they do get going on the T side, are very good at denying the CT side their economy.
No, absolutely, and I do wonder if that is going to happen this time around. I worry because indeed that performance from Anarchist, and even if it's the T side, that's not an excuse at the end of the day. You expect better from him. He is one of those, how do you put it, he's one of those top players on the Team Secret side, and to see him putting down a score like this, it makes me worry for the CT side. I really hope that they can show up. I really hope that the pistol round is going to go to the Team Secret way. Of course, it went to WINSTRIKE way on their CT side, so I think that is going to be a very, very solid indicator. If Team Secret now they don't get the pistol round, then I'm already gonna go order.
Don't give up.
gonna
Don't
cry?
give up quite yet.
No, I'm not gonna cry. No, but
You're going to be hurt.
I'm gonna be
to the
very
core. Well, maybe you won't be. It's time to see how Secret plays out their CT side. Of course, USPs in hand, and SMF, I think he actually got the P250, so he might just be a little bit of a raid boss. Or is it just a P2K? I think it's just a classic, as you do now see. Actually, the Deagle on towards Nickelback. No armor, however. And that's interesting. Of course, on Train, there's very long angles, so you might just have a chance to get things going, as he does go for the pre-fire. In the meantime, Bonding rushes through Ivy together with his team. They will lose, however, as Percy will get a double kill, make it a triple. And there will be a chance as Bonding currently trying to still duel it out here at PopDog. And Nickelback is able to get 1 kill in return, and it will be a team kill as well from Anarchist on towards Synapse. The Deagle clutch, will it come in? Nope, it's the Red Faction with the last frag. And a 7th round for Team Secret, now winning the pistol.
I love to see it. I just love to see it.
Yeah, and it's great to see Anarchist getting kills as well.
See, that's why his frag rate is so low. It's being
now he's on
subtracted.
5, so it's even worse. Well, at least they won the round, right? At least stay positive. And of course, we do see a force buy come in from the side of WINSTRIKE. Eagles, armor, scout for a lion, and even some nades. And I'm, well, a little bit wondering where they will actually throw them. Will it just be 2 connector? It seems like they will. It's just going to be a nade trade. But so far, no real damage being dealt by either party.
And indeed, that is a bit of a meh start so far, but we'll see if Team Secret can actually convert this now. You know, it's a force from the WINSTRIKE side. I mean, could just say a force from the Team Secret side as well. They just force out the entire reserves, basically. And with that, we'll see if the damage dealt to Team Secret already is going to be the opportunity for WINSTRIKE to, well, strike against them and actually take back this immediate 2nd round, give themselves those double digits after ending their first half with a 3-round advantage.
I've just checked the statistics, and Anarchist so far has only really been performing well compared to the rest of his team on towards Overpass. He was the 2nd player rating-wise, but not really frag-wise. Dustu, he was the 4th player, 16 frags on. Mirage, 19 frags. Nuke, 18 frags on towards 28 deaths. That's not really what you expect from your, well, most likely primary helper. And I guess this time, however, is slowly building up, as he will have that scout and will have a frag as well. But we should remember, this is a force by coming down from WINSTRIKE. They're just seeing what they can bring home, and otherwise they just go for an eco and by the next Anarchist. That's juicy towards Nickelback. Brings it back to a 2-on-3, but the Lion once more with the Deagle, making it work. Has a Deagle, has a scout, and the Lion is pushing through as Lackey takes on SMF. It's only Anarchist alive. He's on half HP, 1 shot from close range could do it, but he takes out like a beautiful 1v1 versus a Lion, and once again, a Lion is a god with the Deagle. 10-7 and double digits for WINSTRIKE.
Oh, Team Secret, Anarchist, what are you doing? He did get such a great Deagle shot, but then in the end, the pressure is just too much. He can't commit to it, and just no chance whatsoever. Team Secret still on that 7th round, and they got the pistol round, but I expected them to convert that. I thought if they get the pistol round, we can see 2 free rounds coming in. Yeah,
they gave WINSTRIKE just a little bit too much space. You could see how easy it was for them to make it out of PopDog, make it out of middle, take that map control and use the Deagles effectively. The shots were beautiful, though. We have to mention Lion absolutely destroying Anarchist. On the plus side, though, we have the sniper from Secret slowly but surely warming up, finding a few kills. That might be a difference maker down the line. But for Secret now, the pressure is really high. 10-7 is the scoreline. WINSTRIKE are 6 rounds away from making it to the grand final. Between that and them, a force by Deagles, Scout, and Synapse trying his luck, having the opportunity, but not finding the kill.
Percy currently burning up 4 HP. I dare to say almost lucky to stay alive right there. We will see some main controller coming out from Lackey as well, trying to force back Synapse, but what a 1-dig to come in from himself. Of course, the force by 4 Team Secret, always something to fear. Yet B-side control gained by the WINSTRIKE members. Scout shot for Anarchist, not hitting the same as a spray from a Lion, but at least it will still be a frag. Now we have a 4-on-3, the bomb is ticking. And I dare to say, Secret from this point onwards will just try to save those Deagles, their armor, and bring it back in the next round, because then at least you have a chance to deal more damage, rather than just run in, die, and lose the round regardless, as you already were expecting.
Yeah, at least Synapse also managed to yoink that Mac-10 there that was in PopDog, and let's see if that's going to be worthwhile, if he can maybe still get, at the very best, an exit frag with it. I don't expect it to happen, unless...
Oh, he's tempted. He's looking.
He can hear stuff.
No, I think... Oh, now he can, because they were first sneaking, and now they were jumping about.
There was a momentary walk over the metal, I believe, that you could hear, like, passing through. But nothing's going to come from it in the end, and he's just going to fall back. Indeed, a saved pair of Deagles and a Mac-10 it is. That other Deagle in the hands of Synapse can also be thrown to a teammate. And then, well, for the rest now, Team Secret 4-round disadvantage.
If you're a Secret fan, you might be sad, yet you should not worry, because they still have Deagles. They still have some pistols to work with. They still have armor. There's still a chance for them to bring it back, because those Deagles so far, onwards train, they've been hitting their mark. And Enercast, he has one again. And I think for WINSTRIKE, that might just be a little bit scary. This time, however, they try to build some more momentum, some more speed to at least get close towards the B side. And they're already lining up to go for the execute. Like with the first frag on towards Enercast, there will be pressure on towards A main, and Red Faction is moving in with the Mac 10. We'll of course know that Lackey will be tagged up, yet the mollies will be there, and it seems as if we're now going towards the B side. The bomb soon to be planted, and then you dare to say if they just hold off those flanks, there might be a round one once more for WINSTRIKE.
See that in a moment, but right now, hold it off a little bit, but Bondik here gets the drop on Synopsy. Luckily, well, he does get that Mac 10 frag, but the Mac 10 on the Team Secret side is still in their hands. Right now, though, with this plant already going down, we see the engagement now. Well, that Mac 10 is gone, and it's a 5v2. Make it a 5.
This is the time for the player in PopDog to move up, and he's currently still not doing it. SMS trying to bait out possibly for Percy. He's drawing the fire, but Percy, he's never gone for it. Now he does, and now it's all too late. And he almost goes down in the meantime. Tries to go for a player who jumps by it and still goes for a spray down there. So risking it. And it will be the frag eventually for Percy as well. Oh, that's Skarma for trying to overpeak right there. As Percy will eventually die to the bomb as well. 12-7. And that's a 5-round lead in favor of WINSTRIKE.
We talked about mental resilience, we talked about stamina. Now is the time for Secret to remain calm. I know the scoreline might be a little bit sad, not what you want if you're a Secret fan, but down the line, you're only 12-7 and you're on the CD side of the train. So it's a long road ahead of you. The mountain is really steep and it's not going to be easy, but you can do it. You got to take it round by round. Just focus on what you're doing. Make sure you go through the motions. Make sure you cover all your bases. You cross all your T's and dot all the I's, because you can do it, but it's going to be hard.
I think that is the best way to put it, and we'll see now if with that sort of motivational speech coming in, Team Secret will also decide to show up themselves and actually now change things up. They've got a decent enough buy for it. It's not ideal, but it'll have to do. A little bit of utility to work with to delay those teams with, but Anarchis once again doesn't show up. It is SMF, he does get that frag, but Bondik here, solid performance. Molly on connected too. And the smoke to follow up. Oh, Bondik gets caught out with utility in his hand.
Wait,
I hate to see it.
It's going to be Red Faction also with a follow-up on towards the Lion. Nickelback luckily able to respond with less, however, and he gets a frag on towards Red Faction as well. A 1v2 now for Percy, no utility, no defuse kit. But it will also be Nickelback once more with the FAMAS getting a triple kill. But this was just so greedy from WINSTRIKE. Bondik running through, no weapon in hand, where he might have expected still a player to already be in the backline.
Yeah, WINSTRIKE basically took a page out of Secret's book. That's one of the tactics they run against them when they're on the T side, really picking up the pace, getting the drop on them inside bomb side. 13-7. I talk about mental resilience, but now it's getting close. We see Secret deciding to go for a half buy, half purchase, a couple of upgraded pistols, Kevlars. It's just enough to be threatening, but at the same time, it makes sure that they will have a decent, somewhat decent buy in the next round.
Yeah, I think it's going to kind of be based around that Mag 7 in SMF's hands as well. See what we can make do with that. Synopsy isn't going to make do of much because he gets fragged out of, off the ladder even.
Enercast is trying to move up, but whilst you're on that ladder, you barely have any accuracy.
You're right, yeah.
I think the best shot you would have had, possibly with the shotgun, because then you will still have a lot of bullets flying out and possibly the spread working in your favor. It's a Lion slightly being tagged, but at least it's already a very easy start for some WINSTRIKE. Just getting the jewels one by one and still being in favorable positions. The ladder doesn't work. The AK on range working better. So we now see also SMF dying. Only Percy alive in 1v5. And he's moving in with the Deagle, trying to at least get something for his YouTube or highlight reels, whatever. That's one frag and not a 1D, so it doesn't count. And there will be Nickelback standing by. The big problem is, of course, for Secret, that they are now facing a reverse sweep. WINSTRIKE has momentum. They're building it. And of course, just winning 2 maps in a row, why not win a third?
Oh, I think that's probably what they're going for by the looks of things. It seems to be their tactic. 2 rounds away from the match win. 5th map of best of 5. And everything is up to be decided. And the further WINSTRIKE gets, the less and less likely it's going to be Wouldn't be surprised now. This is a full buy coming in from Team Secret. This is one of their last chances. If they lose this out, they're going to be playing for overtime, and that's going to mean them having to put down an 8-round streak. And that's not exactly the type of streak I see coming from them right now. And immediately as SMF goes down, Bondik once again opening up that B bomb site. And Narcus does throw it back, but look at how far Bondik is pushing onto the site here. They probably won't expect this. He's looking ahead, but now he knows he sees the one player. His spray transfer was there attempted, but it doesn't succeed that much. Ratifaction fragging through the smoke, but the bomb is already down. Synopsis pushing ahead. Doesn't win this engagement. In the end, he does, though. Kristen goes down. Nickelback now throwing on that molly.
There's still a smoke. Ratifaction just popped it on towards the side. They're going for the ninja defuse.
It.
Two players have to spray down. There will be a frag on towards Ratifaction. Oh, just in time on towards Synopsy as well. 15-7. And, well, RJ, for you, you hate to see it, but it's going to be WINSTRIKE. Now 15-7, and, well, they're doing the work. They might just clear it out here. They might just have that reverse sweep in the best of 5. I think that's one of the worst feelings to have to lose, one of the best feelings to have as a winner.
Yeah, it's also extremely complicated if you're Secret to really be focused right now. The atmosphere must be so low. Spirits must be down. That's where Percy needs to shout, but in a good way. He needs to bring his teammates together. They need to fight for it. They're still not out of it quite yet, but one round will push them into the bin, down the drain. WINSTRIKE 1 round away from completing an insane comeback. Absolutely insane. Not that I didn't see it coming, I actually did, but, you know.
And indeed, we'll see it now. Nickelback, he goes for that engagement. A line here, tosses some utility down, and oh, I don't see it happening. You know, I'm worried, but I just this is too antsy. It's too close, and I do think that Team Secret here, they might have lost it out. And we'll see now with WINSTRIKE. They are so close. 1 round is all they need. 1 round, and not much more. It's a slow game coming in now. It's WINSTRIKE buying their time. Synopsy does get that first frag. Lackey taken out. Now it's going to be down to Anarchist, but once again he misses a critical shot and he doesn't connect them. The Lion frags him out. Nickelback takes him out. Synopsy is there with a trade on Bondik, but then Lion just continues. And oh, you look so excited.
I'm so smug right now as it will be Percy low. There has been damage dealt on towards the WINSTRIKE members. And Ratifaction is coming into play. And Grison, he's standing by. He gets a frag, aligned with the last one. 16-7 and yet another map win for WINSTRIKE. 3 in a row. And this is the comeback they were hoping for. And this is quite a convincing win in the end as well. And I think Secret, heartbroken. Of course, being kicked out of the tournament right here after being 2-0 up and, well, even going in towards overtime on Nuke. I think they had it in the bag, or at least they thought they had it in the bag.